The next challenge is to take some code you write in the playground, import it into Hype, and prove that it works there. To do that, we'll make a simple playground program that writes hello Hype to the browser console. We can run the console alongside Hype just like we did in the playground. In Hype, JavaScript code is commonly attached to or initiated by an event, such as loading a new scene or clicking a button. In this example, we'll link the same code to both these kinds of events. So let's get started. I'll quickly create a simple playground program that writes hello Hype to the console using a single console.log statement. Then I'll copy this code to the clipboard, and we'll switch to Hype for the next step. So here we are inside of Hype. I've created a simple program with a single scene. In this scene, I've placed one giant button. First, let's demonstrate that our code works by attaching it to a scene load event. To do this, we first need to go to the scene inspector here. Then, click on scene load event here. Doing this will expose an actions drop-down list. From this list, we'll choose the Run JavaScript option, and then New Function. This will open a new code tab in the main window. This is where we'll paste our code, but first, we need to give this function a proper name. I'm going to call it hello Hype. Next, I'll paste our code from the clipboard between the curly braces on this function, like this. And that's it, we've added our first JavaScript function to Hype. Let's prove it works by previewing our Hype program in a browser. When we do this, it looks like nothing has happened, but if we open the browser console using the keyboard shortcut, Command, Option, I, we see our hello Hype message in the console, here. If we clear the console using the keyboard shortcut, Command, K, we see the original message is deleted. Now, if we reload the page in the browser, our demo scene is refreshed along with our console message. So that works as expected. Now, let's attach that same function to a different event. To attach the same code to a button event is a little different. First, we want to select the button by clicking on it in the main canvas or in the timeline actions pane. Once it's selected, we need to switch to the actions inspector, here. Then, we need to add an on-mouse click event by clicking on the plus symbol here. That will expose a selection of options. We'll choose the one that says, Run JavaScript. Next, we'll be prompted to choose from a new or existing function. We'll choose the hello Hype function we've already made. Now, let's switch back to the browser and see if that worked. So back in the browser, you can see how our onload event is still being posted when our program launches. Let's clear that from the console so we have a clean slate. Now, every time we click the button with our hello Hype message attached, we should see a new entry in the console. And that's what happens. So now, we've seen how to write JavaScript code in the playground, transfer it to a Hype function, and then use two separate ways to attach that function to events in Hype.